Wine Basics series. This is Dave with the Poor Nomads. We're going to walk you through 20 different volumes of Wine Basics. We're going to talk about 20 different grapes. We're going to talk about food pairings that go with them, the regions they grow in, and the regions to look for on a label to get a fantastic wine, and grapes that are similar. So wines that are similar to the one you're reading about or listening to see if it's something you'll like. It's an opportunity to try new wines. If there's a wine like a Cab Franc that you don't like, maybe it's an opportunity to find a similar wine or a Cab Franc from a different region you might enjoy. So let's dive in. Volume 1 is on Gewurtztraminer. We're going to be talking about this in each of these volumes. We're going to talk about the growing areas, what the wine tastes like, if the region has different tasting notes, more acidity, less alcohol, etc., that you might enjoy a little bit more. What food goes with the wine? What other grapes or wines out there will I like if I like this wine? I also have put on here some wine.com pricing just to give you an idea of how affordable a lot of these wines are. You can get some of these really nice wines for $9.99. So Gewurtztraminer. The name means spice. It's from Traminer, which is in northern Italy. You'll see that in a minute. So meaning spice, you're going to get a lot of spice. This is a very aromatic and floral grape. Primary growing areas are Alsace, Baden, and Pfalz regions, so in Germany and France. And then we also have secondary growing regions in Alto Adige. Again, we're talking about the Traminer region. There are wines that are not so spicy, so if you don't like the big spice of a Gewurz, maybe look to this area of Italy on the label. Washington, Oregon, California, so the west coast of the U.S., cooler climate, Washington and Oregon, warmer climate, California. And if you do like the big spicy type wines, look to Martinborough, New Zealand. So basic tasting notes, so the overall tasting notes of a Gewurz is it's typically full-bodied, high alcohol, low acidity. It can be dry or sweet, so depending on if you like sweeter wines, drier wines, maybe you don't like Gewurztraminer because it's always a dry wine. Maybe look for a sweet style. Again, high alcohol, low acidity, full body. The sweeter, the bigger the body. You're going to get some of that citrus notes. You're going to get like the grapefruits and things like that. But you're also going to get more of the stone fruit. So stone fruit or pitted fruit. So like a peach or maybe a nectarine. And then some, depending on the region, tropical notes. You're going to get the pineapples. So you do have a lot of flavors and a lot of aromas in this grape. You can see some of the spiciness, some of the floral. Okay? So let's talk about cool climate. Full body, high alcohol, dry to sweet versions with low acidity. Try from each of these regions. Alsace is going to provide you dry wines, perfumed and aromatic, a lot of floral notes. If you don't like that dry, try another region. Germany, lighter wines than France. So if it's too full body in Alsace, go to Baden or Pfalz regions of Germany, look for that on the label, and look for a slightly lighter wine, and it's not as spicy. They are still usually dry. Alto Adige is another one. If you do like some of the sweeter type wines, look at the United States. The Willamette Valley in Oregon, famous for their Pinot Noirs, also produce some sweeter Gewurztraminer. If you don't like the dry, you don't like the heavy sweet, the Yakima Valley offers an off-dry, but a big spiciness to it. So it gives you an opportunity to try different things. New Zealand, you can see what they offer, and then also Australia in the Clare Valley makes and grows these grapes. When it comes to warm climate for a Gewurztraminer, you don't typically see it because it can be more of an unbalanced wine. So look to, again, let's go back. Let's just look to Alsace, Baden or Pfalz, Germany, Alto Adige, Italy, and then the United States, New Zealand, and Australia. What foods go with the wine? So again, we have a dry wine to a sweet wine. Let's start with the sweet. Sweeter wines should match up with sweeter foods, but the wine should be sweeter. It's the same thing with acidity. Acidic wines match with acidic foods, but the wine should be more acidic. Okay? These are lower tannin, dry wines. They would go well with a nice spicy food. Bigger tannins, not so well with spice. Aromatics, as in Gewurtztraminer, Pinot Gris, Riesling, some of these other aromatic wines like Chenin Blanc, they would go well with foods containing herbs and spices. So I have a list here of just some examples. Chicken liver, foie gras, Thai foods, curry. So just some ideas of foods that will go well with this grape. If I don't like Gewurztraminer, I can try different regions. Oh, you know what? I found that Pfalz, Germany, I really like. Okay, it's a good start. Now, what other grapes will I like? I don't want a wine cabinet with all Gewurztraminer. So, Muscat, Torrontés, Malvasia, and Riesling might be grapes you might like. Muscat, light to full body, dried, too sweet, with low acidity. These are regions like Alsace, Piedmont, Italy, or Burgenland, Austria. Torrontés is one of my up-and-coming favorites. It's a nice floral wine, medium-bodied, and you can find these in Australia and Spain. Look for these on the label. Malvasia, look for the Friuli region of Italy, and Riesling, look for the Rheingau or the Pfalz regions. Germany, cooler climate, these are going to be pretty acidic wines. You're going to have a lot of acidity in these wines. I did a quick search on wine.com to give you an idea. You can see the prices. You can see the region I looked for. These are pretty decent prices for some of these wines. I challenge you to go take a look. I've also put online on our website a PDF. It's got all 20 grapes. Underneath the grape, it shows the region to look for on the label for a very nice wine. Underneath that, you're going to see more bottles. It's kind of a bottle pyramid. You're going to see more bottles, and that is going to tell you the other grapes, like you just saw, the Torrontés, where to look for it in Argentina, or a Chenin, and where to look for it in South Africa. Go to the website, check it out, subscribe, like these if you will, comment on something else you'd like to see. This is volume 1 of 20, and we will see you on volume 2.